Welcome to morning therapy. It's like regular therapy, but earlier. 'Cause it's in the morning. So listen, the question we have today is how can I be more successful with women? And look, dude, you got a lot of incels running around here. You got these kids growing up on social media just acting straight stupid, like they do not know what to do. And there's three key things you can do if you want to be more successful with ladies. These incels seem to not have evolved, all right? You know, we had the Neanderthals back in the day. And Neanderthals had those big nostrils, right? You could sniff a woman. You're in Saudi Arabia, you could smell a woman in Sweden easily, at least 60 miles away. No problem, 100%. Read a book, you'd know that. But all you would need as a male Neanderthal would be like a rock or perhaps a big stick, you know? You MTFST, male to female scent tracking. You track down this woman, bonk her on the head, or Neanderthal female, I'm sorry. Bonk her on the head, drag her back to your tree fort, or possibly your cave if you were a high roller and you had really been, busting ass all your life, really trying. You had a cave equipped full of cave art, all right? Even on the ceiling sometimes. Dudes were rolling in the cash, all right? Now, the problem is, female Neanderthals are mean, dude. They wake up in your cave, bro, it's over. They will eat your ass. And I don't mean your beehole. I don't mean like a pleasant experience, possibly for some, depending on what your proclivities are. No, I mean they would cannibalize you, eat your whole body, the whole thing. You can't stop that. Female Neanderthals were some of the most vicious creatures on the planet. Again, read a book. So the point is, you have to come up with a story. Giant coconut. Everything was bigger back then. So a giant coconut fell on your head. Then there was a herd of flesh-eating beavers on the way to get you. So I had to rescue you. Bring you back to the cave. You had to come up with a story like that. She wouldn't believe you, but there's no map quest to be hard to get home. So maybe she kicks it with you. It's a risk you were willing to take as a male Neanderthal back in the day. Plus, you were ugly as shit, dude. You looked like a baboon's ass. With eyes. You ever seen a male Neanderthal's face? I haven't either, but I've seen artist renditions of what they could be, and they were not attractive. So the point is, a lot of incels today, they're running around here like Neanderthals, like they're showing up to the club with a stick. They go to the bar, and the guy's like, dude, why you got a stick? He's like, I'm just trying to catch me a woman. And he gets that ass beat. Which is what should happen, dude. Let me tell you, that's assault and a whole bunch of other stuff that I don't even know, okay? But it's insane. We've evolved, all right? You gotta get with the times, dude. There's something called phones. You can ask. Get off of social media. Start doing some, building some social skills, dude. If you're just online and you're one of those dudes who's like, let me see Bob's, no, it's not going to work. It's never worked ever. Not for anyone. Everyone has that friend who supposedly can go up to a woman and be like, yo, you want to bang? And according to him, they always say yes. And he acts real cool about it. Like, I'm just cutting out the middleman. I don't even go through all that nonsense. I just get straight to the point. And they say, yeah. He's lying. That's never worked for anybody ever. Now also, you have to decide if you're just trying to have like a one-night stand hookup or if you're trying to have a relationship. So if you're doing like the one-night stand hookup, I really can't recommend it, dude. You're not going to get a lot of long-term satisfaction from them. I had a lot of friends who went that route, just very unhappy at the end of the day. You want someone to stick around, dude. I mean, the chase is fun for a while, but it gets old, dude. It's a very empty pursuit. So if you're going for a relationship, you got to put in the time, dude. And there's three things that you got to do if you want to be successful with women, all right? You got to have some respect for yourself, dude. You got to have some confidence. And lastly, you have to have respect for women. So listen, if you don't respect yourself, why should anyone else, all right? If you're all intimidated by everything, you look like a little weak, no. This beta male thing that's going around, that's a no-go, bro. Maybe you're okay for a little bit, but in general, okay, obviously there's exceptions to every rule, but in general, you got to toughen up. I'm not saying you can't be a nerd. I'm not saying, you can't be, physicist or something, But you got to be a man, all right? You got to have some confidence in who you are. You can't be that guy who's like sitting in the corner cowering around. Listen, if you're insecure about your body, let's say this is what's keeping you from talking to a woman. You're super fat. Your toes look like giant pink volleyballs, all right, with nails on them. You can't get out of bed. You're so fat you can't get out of bed. How are you supposed to lose weight? All right. Blinks. 3 sets of 30 blinks with mascara. Extra coats of mascara so your eyelids are heavy. You'll burn at least 4 to 7 calories, all right, per 3 reps. Now, it will take you about 40 years to lose the weight with blinks alone, but you can accelerate that process by doing something I like to call not eating all that shit. When you implement both of these proven scientific techniques of exercise and not eating all that shit, you will lose a significant amount of weight, and it will be a mind-blowing experience for everyone. All right. So my point is, if you want to be fat or you want to be a heavy person, you can go for that, absolutely. But if you're insecure about that, don't get mad at other people for the fact that you're insecure about you being fat. That's crazy. You got to put in some effort. If you work towards making yourself better, if you have no muscle tone and you want some, that's going to give you some confidence. Let's say you're getting pushed around, you're a thin dude, you're a smart guy though. You got to start working out, bro. I came back to the States, dude, when I was a teenager, about to go into my sophomore year of high school. Been homeschooled, bro. A homeschooled missionary kid going to some like ritzy, Christian school somewhere, some little Christian private school. Let me tell you, that's a no-go situation. So what I did was I started going to the gym immediately, made sure I was the strongest person in that school because I'm not trying to let somebody push me around, dude. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not about that life. And it gives you confidence, all right? If you're in a situation you don't like how you look, you don't like who you are, you gotta try to better yourself in some way. That's gonna give you some huevos, dude. That's gonna give you some balls. If you're improving yourself, which means showing yourself respect as though you deserve to be improved, you're gonna gain the confidence. And that's 2 of the 3 knocked out right there. The last one, which is respect for women, I'm not saying, some, purple-haired dinosaur comes up to you, talking a bunch of nonsense, you have to be like, wow, that was powerful. No, dude, I'm saying you got to bend over for anybody. But what I am saying is, just in general, like you don't punch a girl in the face. All right? Just scratch that down anywhere. There's almost no reason, unless she has your children in a burlap sack and is about to jump into a little baby pool full of piranhas, perhaps. Dump them in there, That could be a situation where a punch to the face may be required, but it's almost never, all right? So guys today, you know what the problem is? I think the problem is a lot of women were told for a long time, you should just act like men, And now it's men are being told you should just act like women, and both of those things are stupid. Act like you, all right? It's just that simple. All right, you're not going to get a lot of fulfillment just because guys are going around having one-night stands. I've never seen a guy get a lot of, you get some temporary happiness, but at the end of the day, you're not going to be that satisfied. Women, equally, there are exceptions to this rule, okay? If you're that one person's like, I'm very happy doing it. Okay, dude, I'm not like preaching at you. I don't care what you do. Got a lot of friends that live that way. I personally don't. And, most of them stopped because they wanted to settle down, maybe have a family, maybe do something that has a little bit more value. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, men have gotten into this weird thing where it's like, no, you shouldn't hold open a door for girls. You shouldn't do that. They can do that for themselves. And that's stupid. All right? It's just dumb. Forget what all the little preachy, third wave feminists are saying, all right? Just do what you know you're supposed to do, all right? You got to be respectful. If you don't respect them, why should they respect you? If you don't have any respect, and I'm talking about the individual you're trying to pursue. If she doesn't like you, then move on, bro. You can't be one of those freaky weirdos who's like, oh God, I love her so much. Oh. And you're like writing her online. She blocks you, so you create a new profile and you like send her some crazy, I don't know, messages of some duct tape or rope in a bag. And she's like, what is going on with this guy? And you're like, man, if I could only just keep her in the basement for a while, she could get to know me, she'd see how much I love her. No, bro. That's insane, dude. Work on yourself, make yourself desirable, and then if someone still doesn't want you, someone else will. Don't give me that nonsense like I'm too ugly. I've seen that. That's probably a different question, though. You know, if I'm not attractive, what can I do? But the point is, there's someone who likes you, dude. And I don't care if you're the ugliest dude in the world. If you're confident, you have respect for yourself, you have respect for the opposite sex, dude, you're going to be plenty successful. Maybe not every single woman in the world wants to hook up with you. Every woman in the world doesn't want to hook up with Brad Pitt, you know? I think that's true. I don't know if that's true, but it sounds true. You know there's a Mormon out there who's like, nope, not gonna do it. And she probably got like, you know, it's her and her 8 other chicks who are both married, all married to like, you know, her husband. You know, they do that. It's called polygamy. Look it up. Polygamy. Multiple women, one dude. Not something I would recommend, dude. That's juggling a lot of balls, dude. That's like having a nutsack hanging from your tailbone. Imagine trying to remember that shit when you sit down. You lean back. No, now it's like you got cramps in your ovaries. Someone just smashed your nuts. One nutsack is enough. Now imagine 8. A couple under your armpit, dude. Between your knees. No, sir. On the bottom of your feet. No, dude. Hanging out the back of your flip-flops, dude. You're trying to walk, you got nutsacks hanging out the back of your flip-flops. One wrong step, it's over, dude. It's over. Bicyclists come by. Boom. You're paralyzed. You're on the ground. Excruciating pain. One wife is the way to go. Get away from that, you know, multiple juggling. You're that dude who wants to have like one girl here, you know, some little side piece on the side. Well, that just doesn't sound like this guy's particular problem. It was just a little side note. If you do these things, you're going to be successful. I'm just letting you know. Self-improvement leads to self-respect. If you respect yourself, you can respect other people. If you can respect other people, dude, you're there, dude. You got the golden buzzer. If you have a question that you would like me to answer on this new, what would this be called? I don't know, series? Morning therapy? Every morning, we will answer a new question. And it's going to be groundbreaking. It's going to be hard-hitting, all right? As you can see, I have Hollywood quality camera systems, lighting systems. I know some of you thought I was on the set of Star Wars because of that. No, that's not even real. You thought it was real because that's how I do. I got a bow and arrow from the Amazon back there. That is real. Deadpool poster, riding a unicorn, fighting a dinosaur. Why? Because that's how we do it, all right? Leave your question. I'm going to set up an email address so you can send in video questions. That's going to make it even better, right? Because then people know with who they're talking to. If you don't want your face to be seen, you know, wear a mask or just leave a voicemail. We'll figure it out. Anyways, peace.